At what point in your term did you start to have a change of heart? You know what I mean? What were some of the things that led to that? It's 26 years, man. You know.
So there was this. It was two things. Well, I'll just say two. The first thing was I was in Corcoran prison, and when I was in Corcoran, I had this dream. It was like a nightmare, and in the dream, my little brother, who was dead at the time, who I ended up in prison behind, my little brother, and my oldest brother, Victor. Well, he's the second to the oldest. They used to get in a fight all the time. So in my dream, we were in this garage, like a big oil garage or whatever, and they were getting in this fight. And I always came to my little brother rescue, told my brother leave him alone, get in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So this day they were fighting, and I got in the middle, and we're in this garage, and my little brother, he used to have a little temper, so he got angry and he kicked this this funnel. I don't know what it was. It was like this big old long pipe. And when he kicked it, all this oil spilled out on him. Like black oil spilled out on him.
On him?
On my brother, my little brother, the one who had passed, the one who I ended up in the prison behind, retaliating.
Okay, yeah.
So the oil spilled out on him, and then his body just immediately ignited.
Oh, wow.
In flames, right? And this was a dream that I had, right? I'm in this dream.
Right.
And my little brother is calling me to help him. But I can't get to him because the flames were so hot in my dream that I couldn't get to him.
Right.
And he ended up falling and slumping down where he's seated, like with his back flumped over, and he's seated down. And I'm crying and I'm tears in my eyes. And I woke up out my dream, and I kept on asking myself, like, what? Why the hell would I have a dream like that? And the only thing what came to me was, when I was growing up, I was really mean. Like, I didn't give a fuck. I'd shoot a woman. Or I was just really mean, right? And with this crime that I was in there on, I kept thinking, I never went to the funeral of my little brother because I didn't want to see him in no casket. I never seen any of that. The last time I remember seeing him is when he asked me to give him some money to get his hair done, because they had these little Jerry curls, and he had this one he wanted done. It was like $100 and something. And I gave him the money, and he came in after he got his hair done. That was the last time I seen him alive. And so I just wanted to remember him like that, so I didn't go to the funeral. I didn't go to none of that. You know what I mean? Right? And so what I learned in that dream is that it really allowed me to connect with the people, like how killing someone affects people in such a dramatic way. I was thinking, this is how, when I shot people, when I did shit to people, this is how the families feel.
This that nightmare they live.
Yeah, this is how they feel, because I felt helpless. I couldn't help him. And he's dead. He's dying. And ain't nothing I can do. And
and you in jail over him, so you love him. Right. So you were given such a dream.
So I was like, so I kept trying to figure out, damn, is this what this dream was about? Right. And that was a turning point in my life, where I started really realizing that you can't just do shit to people and not recognize how it's going to affect so many other people. Like, it just don't affect that person who you do something to. It affects their brothers, their sisters, their aunties, people who they met before you came along, when they was kids, people who they knew. Like, it affects so many people. And that dream of the death of my little brother in that fire, the way he was dying, it connect me to my humanity, right? And then after that, I went to a program that was called Leadership for Life, and it really taught me, one of the most powerful things that I learned was that my thoughts are not me. Like, for so many years, I felt like if I got angry, I had to do something with it. Or if I thought it, that means it was me. You know what I mean?
Right. You're guilty of your thoughts. Right. We all get negative thoughts.
So what I learned is that I'm the observer and the decider. My thoughts don't determine who I am. Right. And for me, that was a big thing. It was like a big transformation for me.
Right, because we lived our thoughts.
Right. Exactly. Most definitely.
Right.
And so that's why that's what those two moments in my life is what really changed my life. Changed me to start seeing things differently. To be able to consider other things. Because you know, when you gang banging and you in this culture in this life, you ain't trying to consider other shit because it could potentially put you in jeopardy.
Right.
Right? It can potentially put your life in risk.
Right.
So what you know.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't want to change what you know because that's what's keeping you alive.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So but what I learned is that doesn't necessarily mean it's keeping me alive. I'm just surviving. I'm not living.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You're just surviving.
Right, I'm just surviving. And so I want to do more than survive.
Yeah, and you know, that reminds me of, you know, a line I heard in a movie one time where a dude said, you know, these men have to live with themselves.
Right.
Right? That was a perfect example of a man having to live with himself, right? Having to wake up from nightmares from the things he's done, right? Now it's on you whether you gon', you know, rise to the occasion and change, let it change you, or be destroyed.